You take it, Captain. In your office?
No, I'll take it here. Captain Kennelly. Hello, Chief. Yes, sir. Well, I was on my way. We had what looks like a double homicide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I can come now. Oh. All right, Chief. I'll send my clerical man. Yes, sir. Right away. Sergeant, send McCarty up to division to get notes on the meeting of precinct commanders that just broke up. Yes, sir. I'll be in my office.
21st Precinct, Sergeant Klein.
Sergeant Burns on the 614 East 76. Brains and the ME showed up. I turned it over to them. I'm going back on the street.
Well, give the street my love.
What's with you?
The chief just chewed out the skipper.
Oh, is that all? I'll see you.
A precinct commander's job runs from A to Z and back again. During the morning, I approved the plans of the precinct youth patrolmen for neighborhood softball teams. I listened to a delegation from St. Anthony's on their application to close off 80th Street for a block party, and I wrote out my recommendation for departmental recognition of a patrolman. In the meantime, the investigation into the death of the twins continued. The bodies had been removed to Bellevue Morgue for autopsy. Detectives brought the mother to the station house for further interrogation by Lieutenant King. While she was upstairs, another detective brought in Dan Talbot. Lieutenant King preferred that he not see Miss Lucas at the moment, so Talbot was asked to wait in my office. While I signed reports, he sat there waiting for Lieutenant King to come downstairs and talk with him. Yes?
Busy, Captain?
Oh, Coley, I'll be right out.
Yes, sir.
You sit here, Dan.
How long will it be, do you know?
Oh, won't be long.
I don't like to miss the time on the job.
All right, Coley.
Captain, some fellow who works in the laundry over on York Avenue told me that Mrs. Gonzale is a neighborhood gossip. You know, in the twins case?
Yeah, the detectives know about that. Look, Coley, a loan company in Flushing wrote in and said you were 3 payments behind on a note.
He had sickness in the family, and the bills piled up, Captain.
I thought it was for a washing machine.
Well, the note was, yes, sir, but she got sick afterwards. I'm going to get straightened out with him payday. I told him that.
I'll see that you do. We don't want any more letters. Oh, Coley.
Yes, sir.
Don't say you're going to take care of it and not do it. If you can't make it, let me know. Maybe I can call for you and get an extension.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Captain. Hi, Matt. Your man's in here. Oh, that's all, Coley.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's it look like, Matt?
Not very good for the mother.
Go ahead. This is Dan Talbot, Lieutenant King.
That's all right. Sit still.
Oh, thanks. What's the name, Kane?
King. K-I-N-G. Lieutenant Matthew King.
Oh. Where's Ruth?
Upstairs in the detective squad.
Oh, she's not in jail?
No, just in the office.
Oh, I thought somebody was kidding me when that detective came and told me what happened. Thought it was a joke.
There would have been some joke.
Well, my boss was sore I had to leave. I was putting a new clutch in the car. It has to go on the street tonight.
Well, we'll see if we can get you out of here fast.
She wouldn't do that to those kids. Must have been an accident.
Accidents don't happen in pairs, not like that.
I mean, Ruth wouldn't do anything like that. Was it all right if I smoke in here?
Have one of mine. Here.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot, Lieutenant. Thanks.
I mentioned it. How long have you known Ruth?
Oh, I don't know. 5 or 6 months, 7 months, something like that.
How'd you meet her?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was in a bar and grill. I used to stop in there once in a while for a glass of beer. I saw her in there 2 or 3 times alone. Thought it was kind of funny, a pregnant girl coming into a bar alone like that.
Yeah.
I asked about her. Somebody told me. I don't know. I guess I felt kind of sorry for the kid. We got to talking one night, and that was that.
You kept seeing her right up until the time she had the baby?
Yeah, it was funny. I'd visit her at the hospital. Some people around there thought I was the father. I didn't say nothing. I let them think what they wanted.
And after she brought the kids home?
It was just like before. I kept seeing her, taking her out, when she could get this Mrs. Gonzalez to sit, you know.
I understand you talked about getting married.
Oh, who told you that, Ruth?
Is it true?
We talked about it, yeah. Can I have that ashtray, Captain?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. But there never was anything definite. Not one way or the other.
What do you mean, not one way or the other?
Well, there was a lot of problems. We both had our problems.
The kids?
Yeah, that plus the fact I'm not making a fortune, you know. I figured you get married, you want to enjoy each other for a little while anyway. There's time enough for kids a little later when you feel like settling down.
And you'd probably have been married already if it wasn't for the kids.
Oh, I wouldn't say that exactly, Lieutenant. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever tell her that?
Well, we talked about it pro and con from every angle. You know, if a guy's going to have a family, he'd much rather it be his own. That's a fact of life.
She gets some money from the government, doesn't she?
Yeah, she even went down and got the details from the VA or somebody. If she got married again, it'd be cut down to half or so. About $60 a month for the twins. That's what she'd get.
What'd you talk about when you brought her home last night, Dan?
Oh, different things.
About getting married?
Yeah, it was mentioned.
You told her you didn't want to see her anymore, isn't that right?
Well, how'd you know that?
Well, let's say I guessed it.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, the whole thing seemed kind of hopeless to me. I told her I'm a young guy and I don't want to take on somebody else's obligations. I could see it would only lead to trouble if I did that. That's exactly what I told her. If we got married, it could only lead to trouble.
I'll tell you something, Danny. You didn't get married, and it still led to trouble.
The questioning went on for another 15 or 20 minutes.
Drink last night, Dan?
I sat there watching and listening. Interrogation is a great skill, and Matt King knew his business. He was friendly, polite, and patient. Dan Talbot tried to be as helpful as he could without hurting Ruth. He was helpful, but he hurt her. Step by step, Lieutenant King was building a case of murder first against Ruth Lucas. At 4 p.m., I turned out the platoon for the night tour. At 4:10, Sergeant Klein came into my office for a conference in regard to tours off for accumulated days spent in court by men in his platoon.
I guess that does it, Captain. Thanks.
All right.
Is the captain in there?
Well, he's busy now, ma'am. Can you tell me what it's about?
I want to see the captain.
Well, I said the captain...
right, Sergeant. I'll talk to her. Come in, Miss Gonzalez.
Certainly is hard to get some attention around here. That's all I can say. Certainly is hard.
Sit down.
No, thanks. I can stand. I gave a lot of time when Lieutenant King wanted to know all about everything this morning. Now I can't even see him.
Well, I know that he's very busy this afternoon.
Well, I gave my time when he wanted it.
Did you talk to any of his detectives upstairs? Maybe they can help him.
Oh, sure. I talked to the detectives. But they said I'd have to talk to the lieutenant, and lieutenant won't talk to me. What am I supposed to do?
Well, what is it that you want?
I just want my things, that's all. I gave a lot of things to those babies, and they're dead now. I want them to give to my own grandchildren. Should have given them to my own grandchildren in the first place.
You'll get whatever is yours as soon as the investigation is over.
Well, I just want to make sure they aren't turned over to some charity or something. After all, charity begins at home.
Well, I suggest you make a list of what you claim is yours.
I don't need a list. I know. There were 4 pairs of little Johnny coats and a raffle for each one of them, and there was a rubber sheet.
Now, Mrs. Gonzalez,
And
I'm
there
sure...
was
Yes, come in.
Excuse me, Captain. You said you wanted to ride over and take a look at conditions at First Avenue Playground after school.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll be right with you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
what time does the messenger leave for the distributing room tonight?
About 5:30, Captain.
All right. Have him stop in here. I'll have these reports signed.
Okay, Captain.
And there was those 2 pillars. They're the most important. 2 pillars with real down. Took me a whole day to make them, and you know how much down is. Real down.
Well, you'll be able to get all of it back if it's yours.
Well, it's definitely mine. I didn't give her anything. I only loaned it. The pillows couldn't be anything except loaning, because she didn't even know about them. I just put them in last night.
And put them in where?
In the drawers. Where'd you think? Those poor little babies sleep in those hard drawers like that. It was a shame.
Last night?
That's right, just last night. I only finished them yesterday afternoon. I thought the babes would be a lot more comfortable.
And didn't you say anything to Miss Lucas about the pillows?
Well, I was going to mention it, but when I came downstairs to sit, I forgot to bring them. After she was gone, I went back upstairs for a minute to get the pillows. I was only gone a minute. I wouldn't leave those babies alone.
When did you put the pillows in the drawers, Miss Gonzalez?
And the babies woke up for their bottles, about 11:30. After I changed them, I put the pillows in the drawers.
And how high are the pillows?
What do you mean, how high?
Well, I mean, are they thick?
Well, very thick. They're very good pillows, genuine down. And I want them back.
You'll get them back. I guarantee you'll get them back.
Well, as long as I have your guarantee.
All right, let's go upstairs, Miss Gonzalez,
Why?
to see Lieutenant King.
They told me he's very busy.
We'll see him. In Lieutenant King's presence, I had Miss Gonzalez repeat her story about putting the pillows in the drawers. She went through it word for word.
Back to sleep. Now I want the pillows back. Don't you think I'm entitled to them?
What's your point, Captain?
Where are the drawers? At the house?
No, we brought them in here for evidence. The drawers and all the bedding that was in them. What's the point?
Let me show you.
In my office.
Oh, is she in there?
Yes, she's in there.
Well, I don't know if I want to talk to her.
You don't have to talk to her, Mrs. Gonzalez. set them over on the table.
Hello, Mary. Hello.
Over here. Here they are.
The pillows are right under the sheets. That's where I...
Just a minute, Miss Gonzalez. I'll do it.
Well, they're my pillows, after all.
Now, look, man. Miss Lucas didn't know the pillows were there. You take them out, and they lower the place where the baby slept about 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
With them down that much lower, there was plenty of room for them to breathe when the yellow blanket was pulled tight over the top. You put them back, and they're up pretty close to the yellow blanket. Close enough to cause trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Mrs. Lucas, would you come here a minute?
I asked what kind of trouble. Look, I'm tired. I'm awfully tired.
I know. Mrs. Lucas, did you know these 2 pillows were in the drawers?
What 2 pillows?
These.
No. How'd they get there? I never saw them. I put them there last night. I wanted the babies to be more comfortable.
Didn't you see that they were sleeping a little higher than usual?
No, I really didn't. You mean that I caused the babies to smother me?
That's right. You did.
Oh, dear God. Dear God.
All right. Sit down, Miss Gonzalez.
I loved them. I loved them so, Ruth. You know I loved them. I know. I wouldn't do that for anything in the world. Forgive me. Please forgive me. Please.
Oh, Mary, I forgive you. It wasn't your fault. Accidents happen.
'21st Precinct, Sergeant Klein. Yes, sir? What's the address? 205, 209. Inside? In front of the shoemakers. What's the trouble there? What does the man have?
And so it goes, around the clock, through the week, every day, every year. The police precinct in the city of New York is a flesh and blood merry-go-round. Anyone can catch the brass ring, or the brass ring can catch anyone.
The incidents portrayed on tonight's 21st Precinct occurred last year. Names were changed to protect the interests of persons involved. 21st Precinct is presented with the official cooperation of the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association, an organization of more than 20,000 members of the Police Department, City of New York. Everett Sloan in the role of Captain Kennelly, Ken Lynch as Lieutenant King. Featured in tonight's cast were Joan Loring and Barbara Weeks,